Hey guys, Bruce here, 51 NAPCO. I just wanted to touch base with you guys and give you a little update on my wiring progress and also some other things that are just going on, and also do a mail call. Let me get the mail call out of the way first. This is my very first mail call. This letter I got from Steve, Mr. Willis. What is it? 5719. Steve sent me a nice little letter, and I now have my first sticker. So now I have to figure out a board or something around here to put all my stickers on that I hopefully will be getting from all you guys out there. And I also need to make my own board, or not my own board, my own sticker, design something. I haven't made anything yet. I've been too busy working on the truck. So far, so good. The trucks, all the wiring seems to be doing okay. I'm having a little bit of trouble with turn signals. It seems like probably the problem that I'm having is the I'm changing everything from 6 volt to 12 volts. So some of the sockets and bulbs I got when I first were buying parts were 6 volts, so I burned out a bunch of bulbs immediately, which is no big deal. I was anticipating that anyway. But for some reason my turn signals were not working, and I'm thinking that it was just the bulbs. So I need to get a bigger load on the flashers for them to work properly. Because when I first applied power to the system and turned the lights on, all 4 lights were on in the rear, and I got 2 bulbs per side, and all of them were on, so that's kind of odd. So I'll have to figure that out. But I don't have any bulbs right now, so that'll have to wait. Then other things worked. I got corn. What else? Well, I'll just kind of go through the things that are happening. Got my battery cutoffs over there. Okay, basically the engine's all done and everything. I'm starting this part over again. Okay, so basically when I start the car, what happens is, or the truck, nothing, which is cool. I've got if you see down here, where is it? Point to it. The floor switch. This used to be a rod, a foot pad and a rod that went down into the starter that acted as the Bendix of the starter on these old trucks. And then it pressed on a switch that actually started spinning the starter. I've changed it a little bit. Now this is just a switch. It's a press to text. Momentary on is a better way to say it. Basically what that was a mic switch for the navigator, or not navigator, flight engineer on a C-130. He had a little foot switch, and they were throwing one away, and I grabbed it, and it still works. So I was, okay with using it, because all I'm using it for is a starter switch. So anyway, that's the starter switch, and so that'll be how it works. But I've also wired it up so it's kind of an anti-theft device. Because now you won't hear the fuel pump, but I turn the switch on, fuel pump comes on, it applies power to the switch. So you got your start switch down there, power your key on, and then if you press this button, no start. Okay, so there's an extra switch that you have to configure in order to make it work correctly, and then it will start the truck. So, and then I also have another device in there that applies power to the distributor that I haven't hooked up yet. That will be so I'll have 2 different ways of preventing the truck from being started. Actually 3, but so it's coming along. I still have gauges here, or not gauges, wires here for the gauges. These are my dash bulbs, and I think they're all 6 volt too, so I'll blow all those immediately if I plug them in this way. The panel, let's see here, it's kind of dark down there, but that's the panel. And the wires will come up right here. I gotta clean them all up still. The only thing I still have left to wire are these 3 wires, and these are for the fuel. I've got 2. These are actually these are reversible wires, switching wires. So when I flip the switch, it'll switch tanks. And then this brown wire is for the indication. Okay, now moving to the back of the truck, coming around here. Oh yeah, I got my glass. So these are the 2 pieces of glass that I needed. My driver's side, actually this is the passenger side window, and then the driver's side windshield. And then also you see the convoluted tubing here, or conduit, or whatever you want to call it. That's all wired in for the back lights. And here's some of this F-4 tape I was describing. And it wraps around, it's kind of a silicone type of thing. They call it F-4 tape because they used to use it on F-4s. And let me walk you up. Okay, here's the tires. And one of the seats sitting in the back here. So I have more stuff that I need to do. I still need the corner glass. That's still on order. Here's the driver's side glass is all in. So that's cool. So it's getting there. Okay, I also wanted to tell you guys about this F-4 tape. I talked with, I believe his name is Corey, a little bit on some comments, and he pointed me in the direction of some other tape, and I've got that tape. It's vinyl tape, kind of like electrician's tape, but doesn't have any sticky on it, which is really good because it doesn't mung up your wiring. So that's one way to go. But this F-4 tape is kind of more of a military aircraft type of deal, and I'm trying to do more of an aircraft theme. And so this is what I'm using. But anyway, this is F-4 tape, and it comes in a roll with like a plastic cover that you take off, you peel off of it, and it has a stripe down it. And you just peel it off, and you cut it to length. This is some old stuff, so I'm not really worried about it. We'll cut some off here. Okay, you peel it off, and you cut it to length, whatever you need, and it's stretchy. So you can stretch it around things. And this is pretty old, but you can stretch it around, and it sticks to itself. And you use that line on it to line it up. You know, when you're going around and you're doing more than one wrap and you want to make it uniform. But anyway, it sticks to itself, and it's really nice. And but this is old stuff, so it's having a little trouble sticking. But man, I'll tell you what, when it sticks, it's on there, and it will not come off. It basically becomes one piece, and the only way you can get it off is by cutting it, and you know, and that's about it. And the one thing that's kind of a drawback with it is kind of fragile. It's not as strong as the vinyl tape, like electrician's tape, so it is a little more fragile. And here's the black, and the black has a stripe also. And I'm using the black on this on my truck because it matches all that convoluted tubing stuff that I was using. And so anyway, that's basically F-4 tape, and it's awesome stuff. And I do know that you can buy it. Just look online and just type in F-4 tape, and it'll come up and says something about aircraft mil spec. And it's kind of expensive, but you can get it, and it works awesome. So anyway, thanks a lot, Steve, for your sticker and your nice note, and I will try to get some sort of a semblance of a sticker made up here in the near future. And but I need to press on this truck because, as I've told several, I know I talked to Steve about it. What my goal is basically get this thing on the road for the Route 66 Fun Run, which is in Arizona on the first weekend of May. And I really would like to take my wife and do the Route 66 Fun Run this year. We've been planning on doing it for our honeymoon, and this will be 3 years married, so kind of late, but you know, that's how things go. And it was mainly because I haven't gotten it painted yet because of that situation that I had up in Cal City when I lived up there. Anyway, I'll give you an update as soon as I get one.